Binge watch and learn on TRS Clips.
I'm not a tantric, but queer things have happened to me also, where people have said that they've seen Shakti on my face.
I feel that. I feel that as well.
Lots of people have told me that. And then when I come out of a temple, just went there to survey the temple, the ISKCON temple, to give you an example. And a couple came out of the temple, and I was with this Australian girl who was a ISKCON. So I said, I'll accompany you. I've never gone to ISKCON, but I'll accompany you. I'll drive you there. And I just came out of the temple, and I was just standing there, and this couple came out. She had a garland in her hand. She bowed down to me, put the garland on me, and walked away. So I said, maybe that's an ISKCON practice. The first person you see when you come out of the temple, you have to garland her. So I told my friend, her name was Angela. Angela, do they always do this? She said, no. Why did she do that to you? I said, I have no idea why she did that to me. So things like that have happened to me many times. So I'm not saying it, but other people have said it. Other people have said it. And one lady actually got a little annoyed with me because I said, she called me up while I was driving to college. And she said, ma'am, us din aap aaye the, that day you came. Can I speak in Hindi?
Yeah.
उस दिन आप आए थे ऑफिस आप अपनी किताब लेने और नई किताब लेने और हमने कुछ आपकी शक्ल पे देखा.
You came to get your book?
You came to get your new book. That was my second book. It's called Invoking Goddesses, Gender Politics and Indian Religion. So she said, you came to pick up your book and I saw something on your face. So I got a little nervous. I was driving. I made a joke. I said, I don't know what her name is, Mrs. Gulati or something. Mrs. Gulati, mera kajal phail gaya hoga. Maybe my makeup got messed up. That's what you saw. She got actually angry. She said, aap mazak kar rahe ho. Humne hi nahi dekha. When you left, the artist who does the covers now came running to me and said, did you see? Did you see what was on her face? Did you see? Did you see? And then I said, kya dekha aapne? And I was still driving. And I still remember where I was. I was in front of that Bhairo mark. You know, that's the route I used to take to college. I said, kya dekha? She said, humne Shakti dekhi. Now, you can't, I don't know that lady at all. She knows I'm a professor. That's about it. She said, then I told her, I said, आपको मालूम है कितनी खुशी होती है जब एक नई किताब निकलती है मेरे मुंह पे आपने खुशी देखी. Because I'm a skeptic also. So I said, you saw happiness. I get my book and the cover is looking so beautiful. I said, I was so happy. You saw ronak of happiness. You saw that look. She said, nahi ma'am. आपको नहीं मालूम ना. छोड़ो आप. She was disgusted. छोड़ो. हमने शक्ति देखी. हमें मालूम है हमने क्या देखी. Yeah. So when people say things like that, then that's their faith, that's their belief. You somehow then have to go with it. But I'm still somewhere a little bit of a skeptic.
You don't do mantra jap yourself?
Well, I have to admit that when I was around 11, 12 years old, I was very chanchal. I was very bad in studies, barely passing. And one person whom my mother knew came to my house. He saw my palm and he saw my Janampatri. He said, all she has to do is this jap. Okay? He said, this daughter, she doesn't concentrate at all. She's always playful. She never studies for her exams and all this, that, and the other. So he said, tell her to do this. And he wrote it down on a piece of paper, the mantra. And I have kept that to this day with me. And I do it when I want to feel empowered.
It's a Shiva mantra.
And I'm never, no, it's actually not a Shiva mantra, but I also do a Shiva mantra. And I actually have never said this publicly, but I'm saying it today because I actually, through this podcast, also want to help people that all this is not mumbo jumbo. Here is a person who's from Delhi University, who teaches in a college. I'm so much older. You know, look at my age. I'm going to retire in some years. Know that there is something in all this. Don't just dismiss it all. The japa, which I was saying, the mala jap, is a wonderful thing. Get the good, right mantra, because what it gives you and what you need in life is concentration. You will get that concentration. Whether you want to associate it with a deity, whether you want to associate it with a religion, whether you want to associate it with psychology, I don't care. It has helped me in my lifetime. I don't do it every day. No, I do it when I want to feel empowered.
Okay. But maybe if you are living this life where you're chasing this knowledge constantly, you're also attracting these elements into your life. That's why people are feeling that Devi energy in you.
So what one person told me, there's this beautiful text called Saundarya Lahari. I cannot tell you how beautiful it is, by Adi Shankaracharya. And I was going to give a talk in Oxford University on the Saundarya Lahari, that you flow in the wave of the beauty of the goddess. It's such a beautiful book, I can't tell you. It's scriptures. So I wanted to interview some men. Then what do they get out of it? Because it's a completely head to toe description, physical description of the goddess in a very explicit way, almost embarrassing way, the way they describe it. So I interviewed women and I interviewed men. So one man was in Chennai. I called him up. I got his number from someone that he recited such Saundarya Lahari almost every week or whatever. It's a long 100 verses book, scripture. So first he told me what he gets out of it, how he feels good, how he feels empowered, how he can visualize the Devi because it's, from the head to toe, Keshadi Pad, from the Kesh to the Pad description of the goddess. And then he said, he was speaking in English, your ancestors said, somebody has their hand on your head even now. So I said, why? He said, do you know of anyone who's worked so much on gods and goddesses? I said, no, there's nobody in my ancestry. So he said, but there is somebody. Because all my life, I'm an 80-year-old man. All my life, I would have loved doing what you're doing today. How is it that you're getting to do it and I didn't get to do it? I tried my best. And you're doing it. Look at you.
So TRS Clips has all sorts of videos and all sorts of playlists. Make sure you explore the channel by subscribing and heading to our homepage and reading through all the playlists.